See on this a vibe, boy.
There's a lot to overcome.
Big pressure, and Carr just has to unload. It is intercepted by Brian Cook. Not touched. And now they're going to say he's out of bounds. They're blowing it dead back downfield. Cook is down.
Was with it? I kind of hate that this has to be my first recap video for the New Orleans Saints, but I just so happened to start this channel when I did, you know. And stuff looked great as hell in the beginning. Went to Carolina, beat Carolina. Went to the Cowboys, beat the Cowboys. And since then, it's just been a little heartbreaking. Especially this last game. Saints go to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. And if you're wondering why I have a very hurt voice or lethargic voice right now, it's because I'm pretty disappointed at how this game went. And it's not really about us losing in general. It's about the way that we lost that is really getting to me a bit. Because it makes you really ask the question, are the New Orleans Saints contenders or pretenders? And I believe that the Saints going against the Chiefs would be the biggest piece of evidence that we have in order to understand what exactly they are. I mean, hell, the Chiefs, they were 4-0. They are the reigning defending Super Bowl champions for 2 years in a row now. Looking to 3-peat. I mean, you can't ask for a more, better situation to really prove yourself. And the only thing the Saints proved to me is Derek Carr sucks.
Describe how you're feeling now.
Not good, but we'll get a MRI and all that kind of stuff tomorrow and figure it out. But for me not to be out there with my guys, no matter the situation, it takes something. So
what was the determination like? What was it that they saw that made it?
I couldn't do what I needed to do in the simplest form, and so. I asked if there was anything we could do about it, and there was not enough time to be able to do that. And so I would have done anything to stay out there and keep fighting, but I couldn't. So it sucks.
Was it that last hit, or was that something I was building?
Yeah, it wasn't even the hit, honestly. It was just when I dropped back and torqued to throw that ball to tip. That's when I felt it.
Hey, Jared, what happened on the first interception?
We had someone come free, so I tried to throw it away over his head and clearly didn't throw it out of bounds. So boneheaded, stupid, trying to throw that ball, trying to be legal because I still thought I was in the pocket, but I could throw it away in front of me, but my reaction was just to throw it away over his head, and it obviously didn't get out of bounds. And so I was trying to throw it away, but they ended up getting a free one.
If we get into these stats here, Derek Carr went 18 for 28. That's 18 completions for 28 attempts. Threw for 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I mean, when he's on for the most part. He is as on as a good quarterback can be in this league when he's on. But when he's off, this man plays so terrible. It gets to a point where you damn near want to throw up. Because I just don't understand how and why Derek Carr plays the way that he plays. He plays very fearful. I mean, I get pressure being in your face could mess up some throws, especially if you get touched. But when he gets pressured, it is complete panic mode. That interception that he threw on the first drive of the game was one of the most ridiculous plays I've ever seen him make as a New Orleans Saints quarterback. I don't know how he was playing because I wasn't watching the Raiders. I have no idea if he was making plays like that with the Raiders. But with the New Orleans Saints, I mean, that was horrific. Something straight out of horror scene right there. That should have never. I don't understand how we didn't see this out of him whenever we got him. Like, what part of film did we see that made us say, yep, this is the guy going forward. We can win with him. Like, are y'all not seeing what the fuck I'm seeing? 3 games straight now. I'm pretty sure, I believe he's thrown an interception in every game since the first 2 games that we played. He's thrown an interception. And every interception he's thrown has looked crazy. That's about as respectable as it's about to get for me right now. Jake Haener did come into the game because Derek Carr hurt himself, but he didn't do anything. It was the back end of the game anyway. This is another thing that pisses me off as I continue to go down these stats. Alvin Kamara rushed the ball 11 times for 26 yards, 2.4 average, and he received the ball 6 times for 40 yards, 6.7 average. The thing that pisses me off about this stat, y'all know goddamn well, if we are trying to win games, Kamara needs to get the ball more. You know goddamn well that Kamara is probably the best offensive player on this damn team. How this man did not get the ball more than this, I have no clue, and I will never understand why the Saints know and see that this man performs at a high clip, and he puts this team in the best positions to score whenever he's running the football, and they don't give it to him. Now I understand that this game he was pretty shut down running the football, but even if you can say, okay, that, right? Once again, the man received the ball 6 times for 40 yards. Clearly, this man could help you in the passing game. Clearly. One thing I love about when Sean Payton was with New Orleans Saints, he had no problem putting Kamara in that slot. He had no problem putting him in a position as a wide receiver and letting them tear up defenses either through the middle of the field or some type of long stride on the sidelines. Like, he was great at doing that. Screen connections. Like, he was great at doing that with Kamara. I know that I expect a lot out of Clint Kubiak because I know he is a brilliant mind, but come on, man. You gotta figure this out with Kamara. He's clearly the best offensive player we got. And you ain't give him the ball. Or you minimally gave him the ball. Come on now. Rashid Shaheed was the best wide receiver. And what's crazy is I can't even say that as a for sure thing because we didn't even get to see if Olave could have did anything good. Why? Because he didn't get the football. Chris Olave got 2 receptions for 10 yards, and both of those passes came from Jake Haener. Rashid Shaheed got 4 receptions, 86 yards, 21.5 average in his touchdown. Chris Olave wasn't even in this game. Derek Carr did not throw the ball to him one time. I know goddamn well Chris Olave wasn't that covered. I know goddamn well Chris Olave was not that shut down. There's no way. To not throw the ball at him at all. He didn't even try to throw the ball at him throughout this game. Now tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense. I would love to know how you would look at your number one receiver on the field and be like, I don't think I should throw it to him right now. Nigga, we're losing the game. We lost. We didn't take the lead one time. You put the ball or find a way to put the ball in your best player's hands. But you couldn't do it you couldn't give it to Olave, huh? And Kamara. You thought using Rashid Shaheed the whole way was gonna make this shit work, right? Derek Carr, you are a veteran in this league, bro. How are you making these mistakes? This shit don't make no sense to me. Like, this to me is one of the biggest pieces of evidence that we got to show that Derek Carr is not it. There's no way this nigga is it. Because a good to great quarterback is finding a way to put the ball in his best player's hands. There is no way. The Chiefs did not even have their best cornerback this game. Their number one cornerback was out. He didn't even play this game. Snead, I think his name is. He didn't play. That should have gave you so much confidence in the world to realize, okay, Chris Olave have a good chance of going off this game. And you gave him nothing. It's a goddamn shame, bro. It's a shame, man. It's a shame, Derek. Derek Carr really tricked us, man. Derek Carr really tricked us, had us believing that nigga was good. That's crazy as hell. I'm pretty sure he's probably a great human being in real life, but as a football player, brother, I think your time is up. I think your time is up. I ain't even really mad at the defense this game. Because when you are on the field majority of the time and is still able to at least stop them to 26 points, especially a Patrick Mahomes offense, I ain't really mad at y'all. Y'all did what y'all could do. There were moments in this game, like, for instance, the Chiefs were able to run really well with a player that has not touched the field in a minute, got signed on to the practice squad for the Chiefs, and was still able to break off 27 carries for 102 yards. That carry to yard ratio, that's not bad, but it's still like, man, bruh. You had to find some type of way to stop this stuff. And then, him mixing up with Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes mixing up with Kelsey, that's just gonna be what that's gonna be. I don't know how the hell. The only takeaway that I probably have with this defense is I don't know how the hell they let Juju Smith-Schuster get 130 yards on us off of 7 receptions, but that might be the really only bad spot that I'm with the Saints, because they really had to try hard to run this football against us, and for the most part, I don't think we necessarily did bad with holding Travis Kelce. I just think there was moments where he just was able to find seams in the offense. But I don't think we did bad. I just didn't think we did good either. But I think the bad part was just having a nigga that do goddamn TikToks. Yeah, let that guy go for 130 yards. Demario Davis looked great out there with 5 tackles, 6 assisted. Anthony Orji was right behind them. So the 2 linebackers they played really good. They played really good. Alontae Taylor, if it ain't Demario Davis, I full on believe Alontae Taylor might be the best defensive player on our team, because that boy could fly and he know how to tackle. That boy could fly and he know how to tackle. And oh yeah, I think the biggest highlight of this team in general last night was the defensive line. Brzee, Chase Young, Kalen Saunders, Granderson. Granderson was pretty quiet. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Chase Young woke up to me. Like he wasn't really. He was pressuring a lot past games, but he wasn't really executing to get these sacks or these tackle for losses. He was on it. He was on it this game though against the Chiefs. Brian Brzee is looking very consistent in that defensive tackle position. I love what he's doing. And Kalen Saunders tipped the ball and caught the interception. We really needed that just to like try to get some momentum going, because I think that did lead to a touchdown. But overall, man, when you just look at especially the offense for the New Orleans Saints, you just get so down. I said coming into this year, I did not have no expectations. Those first two games made me feel like that I should have expectations for this team to go forward, to get to the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie, I almost don't want the Saints to go to the playoffs, because I feel like we're gonna fuck around and get embarrassed. And I mean, even if we did get to the playoffs, we're not doing nothing in there. If we win the first game, we're not gonna win the divisional. And if we get to the playoffs, we're gonna be later down the line on the draft board. So a lot of good players is gonna get took up, and we're gonna be dealing with whatever we could get. After this year, the New Orleans Saints need to fully scrap this team. Derek Carr gotta go. Cam Jordan, I love you, bro, but you gotta go. You gotta go. Crazy how I talked about that defensive line and I didn't even mention your name. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Demario Davis, you can stay. I fuck with you. Lattimore, you too, you can stay. A lot of y'all older cats though, y'all gotta go ahead and go. Tyrann Mathieu, I love you, bro, but you gotta go. I love what you've been doing these last couple weeks, but you gotta go, True. Dennis Allen, they just fired Robert Saleh. Nigga, you next, nigga. I hope you know that. You next. You are next, bro. I'm telling you. Keep thinking this a game. We gotta play the Buccaneers next. And then after we play the Buccaneers, we gotta go and play the Broncos next on Sunday. So we got a short week already with 6 days just to turn around and only have 3 days before we gotta play the Broncos. And we not healthy. Boy, you niggas better figure this shit out. Cause within those 2 games, we play ass like we did last night. Boy, this season could be over in the next 2 games. But it's your boy Nightshade. I talk about this team when they good, and I'm gonna talk about them when they bad too. Ain't no favorites around here. But y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. Be part of the support. I'm definitely gonna be giving my reactions and recaps to these games. And check out my main channel as well, because I'm definitely gonna be having topics that I just feel the need to talk on, or just want to give my opinion on. So just be on the lookout for those things, man. It's your boy Nightshade, and I'm out this bitch.
See you, this a vibe, boy.